Welcome into On Deck. I'm Tyler Redmond. As always, make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell for notifications so you can stay up to date with everything going on in Braves country. And if you missed the series the Braves just had with the Marlins, you missed a very exciting one. Obviously, the Braves clinched the division earlier this week, and of course, they won the series against the Marlins as well. We're going to talk about the second half of that series. We're going to recap it real quick, and then we'll give you the hot topics towards the end. But we're going to start with Game 3. The Braves take the Marlins on. Max Fried takes the mound versus Sixto Sanchez, and it was a very short appearance for Max Fried. In the first inning, he picked up 2 quick outs, but the second was a ground ball back to him, and on that play to first, he tweaked his ankle. He subsequently gave up 2 back-to-back homers to Aguilar and Anderson. He would be taken out after the first inning out of concern for that ankle. And everyone in Braves country was holding their breath. A lot of you guys were hitting me up asking me what's going on. And for obvious reasons, everybody was worried. We're gearing up for a postseason, and the guy we've relied on to carry us through this season is potentially not going to play. But it wasn't that serious. Max Fried was actually pleading his case in the dugout to stay in the game. But the Braves decided to take him out of the game out of pure precaution. He was evaluated yesterday. All tests were negative. He's ready to go. He will not be in another game scenario this season, but he will be pitching bullpens in anticipation for the postseason. So he finishes his 2020 regular season 7-0 with a 2.25 ERA, not too shabby, and he is fully expected to be ready for Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. But that means we did miss out on an awesome matchup between Max Fried and Sixto Sanchez. And surprisingly, the Braves got to Sixto Sanchez early on. Down 2-0 before ever batting, Acuna led off with a walk. Freeman doubles to score Acuna and cut the lead in half, 2-1 Miami. Albee singled, scoring Freddie Freeman, 2-2, tie ball game. Hechavarria single scoring Albee's, 3-2 Braves, and just like that, the Braves take the lead going into the second inning. In the bottom of the third, though, the Braves would continue to produce. Ozuna would lead off with a walk, and Hechavarria, who had a hot bat in this game, singled, scoring Ozuna on an error. Braves up 4-2. The Marlins would tie the game in the fourth, though, and the Braves immediately responded in the bottom of the fourth inning. Acuna would single, and with 2 outs, Ozuna singles, moving Acuna over. Now runners on the corners. Albee singles to drive in a run. Braves up 5-4. They take the lead once again. Markakis would single, driving in Ozuna. They add another run, 6-4 Braves. That brought Swanson to the plate, and he would homer a 3-run shot. Braves up 9-4, and that would be the final score. Braves win the series with this game, but they still had one more game to play versus the Fish. So let's move into Game 4. It would be Ian Anderson on the mound, who's had an outstanding year as a rookie so far. He would face Pablo Lopez. And the biggest question headed into this game with Ian Anderson is, can he keep the momentum headed into the postseason? I thought he pitched very well. He had 5 innings scoreless. The 6th was the only trouble he had. Runners on the corners, and with the pressure on, Ian Anderson would respond with 2 strikeouts. Wallach would single to drive in a run, Birdie would double, and then another error would allow 2 runs to score. Marlins up 3-0 in the 6th. All those runs are unearned for Anderson, so none of those go against him. And at the end of the day, even with how it ended, you got to give credit to Ian Anderson. The performance he gave last night is typically plenty for the Braves offense to produce and win a game. It was a quality start. He finished with 5.2 innings pitched, no earned runs, 6 strikeouts, and to me, most importantly, no walks. That little instance of him on the mound with runners on the corners with no outs, he responded with 2 strikeouts. Unfortunately, the inning didn't go his way, but that kind of response is what we're going to need headed into this postseason, that veteran approach. Ian finished his regular season out with an impressive 1.95 ERA in 6 starts as a rookie, and I got a feeling this is just a taste of what's in store for his career. The Marlins weren't done, though. In the 7th, Aguilar would homer off of A.J. Minter to make the score 4-0 Marlins. But in the bottom of the 8th, with bases loaded, Dansby Swanson, who again is heating up at the right time, would single to drive in 2 runs. That cut the lead in half, 4-2 Miami. Unfortunately, on this rainy night, that would be the final score in Atlanta. The Braves finish up the series 3-1, and the Marlins escape being swept by the Braves. And that is important. This game had much higher stakes for the Marlins. They now only hold a 1-game lead over the Phillies, headed into the final series of the year where they take on the Yankees, who are obviously a challenge to face. So things of note here, Max Fried. I think Max Fried is going to be fine as we gear up for this postseason. He was only taken out for precaution. He was pleading his case to stay in the game 2 days ago. So he will be ready for the postseason. He will pitch Game 1 of the Wild Card Series, pending nothing happens in a bullpen. Ian Anderson is also in a very good state of mind heading into the postseason. Coming off of a great performance, it's just a shame it ended without the Braves winning. Dansby Swanson is heating up. A 3-run shot on Wednesday and the only RBIs for the Braves on Thursday. We need him for this postseason. He knows that. He is a team guy, and I think we're going to see him be a team player throughout this entire postseason and put up some RBIs for the Braves. So the next series that the Braves have is versus the Red Sox, and all respect to the Red Sox, they're really struggling this year. So I view this series as more of a tune-up series as the Braves head into a postseason. Now, when I say tune-up series, I don't mean a throwaway series. I mean a chance for the offense to keep that momentum up, keep their production up, while also giving Braves management a chance to try some things with the pitching staff, whatever that may be, while also picking up some wins, hopefully, on the way out. Right now, we don't know who we're going to face in the postseason, but as soon as we do, we will be dropping a video with an in-depth look of how the Braves stack up versus those teams. I will be giving that to you either Monday or Tuesday, but also tomorrow, 1 p.m., I will be doing a live Q&A here in the studio for you guys, with you guys, interacting with me live again, Q&A tomorrow at 1 p.m. Make sure to get your questions in. But also, I will be doing an interview with Kevin McAlpin tomorrow. And if you want to ask him a question, Kevin McAlpin, by the way, is an insider for the Braves. He's in the press box for every game. He's covered the Braves for a very long time. If you want to ask him any questions about how the Braves are doing, make sure to drop those questions on this video. I will try to include as many as I can, but obviously first come, first serve. So again, a live Q&A tomorrow, 1 p.m., and an interview with Kevin McAlpin tomorrow. That will drop around 6 p.m. tomorrow night. If you want to see it, make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell for notifications so you can stay up to date with everything going on here at On Deck as we gear up for the MLB postseason. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time on Deck.